I think one of the questions that people really want to know is why did it take this long for Emmanuel Macron to even acknowledge the incident?
Well, I think he's really embarrassed by what happened because he is the one responsible for hiring Ben Allah. He says he wants to shake up his office, but actually he is the one who put this system in place. So he knows that he is at the top of these series of mistakes. Of course, it's very strange that he doesn't talk. He is a very avid user of Twitter. He tweets about 8 times a day, and now he has been completely silenced since last Friday when the story broke. So this already shows that he actually doesn't really know how to handle the situation. There have been a couple of crisis meetings, but there has been no official statement by the president. And of course, everybody in France is waiting. What will be the president's explanation?
In fact, it's already been called a deafening silence from the government. And how do you think this is going to impact his credibility moving forward, his popularity moving forward? It's been going down.
Absolutely. His popularity was already going down, but this will really worsen his case. Of course, also his credibility is here at stake. Yesterday, the government already decided to postpone the revision of the constitution, one of his most ambitious reforms. Now, this is not just a setback, it's actually a real humiliation. And of course, we have to look at the bigger picture. In Europe, Emmanuel Macron was seen as the savior of Europe, the leader, especially since Angela Merkel, the German chancellor, did not pretty well in the last election. So I think a lot of political leaders in European capitals today will ask themselves the question, is he still going to be the leader of Europe, and what are we going to do if he's going to be in further trouble?
And I think what's important to raise is even within France, again, the government, there is a review of constitutional reforms have been put on hold precisely because of what's going on, and that is a big deal for Macron.
Absolutely. He wanted to change the constitution. That was already in his election program. So now this has been put on ice, and so what's next? Maybe other reforms are facing the same fate, and that would be very bad news because this country, France, really needs the reforms. It's doing badly. The economic situation is not very good. It's the only country of the 28 European member states where the unemployment is not going down. So Emmanuel Macron absolutely has to do something. But with this scandal, his strategy is completely, demolished, and he will have to find another way to, especially to come closer to his European partners, and it will be very difficult.
And looking at it from a slightly bigger picture and maybe slightly philosophical as well, I mean, he's a president who is called lofty and out of touch. Do you think this incident actually reinforces those perceptions?
Yes, I'm afraid it will. He was already, of course, seen as the president of the rich, but the fact that he has not been talking about this for 4 or 5 days shows that he's more or less out of touch, but what is really going on in his country.